Stay with me, my love. I hope you'll always be right here by my side. If ever I need you, oh my love, in your arms I feel so safe and so secure. And every day is such a perfect day to spend alone with you. I will follow you. Will you follow me?
What's up, subscribers? It's been a while since I dropped a 10 o'clock video. When I made this video, it's 10 o'clock on the dot. So it's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are? The old news thing they would say back in the day. Yeah, I just wanted to drop. I don't know how long I'll be. I want to go over a few things. Maybe I'll even tell a couple of funny work stories on how I became the... I hope you're enjoying my skits on the make-believe mobster character, because I figure since it's MobTube, could use a little bit of comedian stuff, and I play a good role as a mobster. You know, I try to be realistic, and I think I do. You know, I'm not too over the top and everything. I try to be like, you know, a little natural, a little bit of, you know, like a little bit of an attitude, but, you know, because, you know, when you watch these movies, they're really over the top. You know, I'm a big fan of Tulsa King. It's really, really great. And it's good because, you know, I love Sylvester Stallone, and I really think, you know, I'm honest, I'm very, you know, critique with people that play, you know, mob characters, you know, and I really think, you know, I think he does a good job out of it. I think he's a little more natural. He's not too over the top with it. I think he plays a really good mob boss, and there was always that rumor that he was going to play Greg Scarpa, I believe, years ago, that he was supposedly going to play Greg Scarpa. That might have been interesting, but that never came to be. So I think I remember reading about that or whatever. But maybe it was going to be that it was going to do Tulsa King and he was going to play a mob boss, and I got it confused. But I could have swore he was going to play Greg Scarpa in a movie about Greg Scarpa. They should do that. See, the mob, you know, the mob, they say the mob, you know, this genre is dead. I don't think it's dead. You know, I think, you know, talking about the mob can get a little played out because we've heard all the stories and, you know, we've heard it all numerous times. But it could use a little bit of comedy. So maybe I can come to MobTube and I could do my skits. You know, I'll get more of my friends involved. You know, they all look like gangsters and everything. And I think it could be funny. I can make it more elaborate. I could dress better. I could do different things, maybe restaurants. I'm gonna do that. You know, I want to be well versed. You know what I mean? I got different sides of me. Like I said, now what you're seeing here is who I really am. You know, I'm really shy. I'm very shy, really. In real life, I'm shy, a little standoffish and everything. But I can, and sometimes in life, I kind of act and go over the top a little bit just because to hide my shyness. So I'll kind of come off like that gangster type of guy, you know, or I'll lay on the accent a little bit too thick. You know, come on, man, what are you talking about, guys? We're going to do over here, we're going to do this here. What are you guys kidding me? You know, like I go over the top a little bit. But how I'm talking now is like my mellow, you know, nice version. It's funny, my friend Dave Gass, he's a great guy, Dave Gass. We became friends through YouTube, going on about 2 or 3 months now. I believe we met like near the end of the summer, and he had made a video that he was a chameleon, like he could turn into anything. And I feel I'm the same way. Like when you're around, when you're in construction, for the amount of years that my hair looks nice tonight. When you I'm only kidding. When you are in construction for the amount of years I was in, practically a whole lifetime, 32 years, you have to adapt to people. You work with all kinds. So sometimes you pick up their personalities, just to get along with everybody because, that's called a chameleon. You can just, change as people are doing their thing, just to get by the day or whatever sometimes. I don't like doing that. I'm not saying I'm a sellout or I was an ass kisser or anything like that. No, I was a tell it like it was worker. If you didn't respect me, I don't care how tough of a foreman you were or how mean of a foreman you were or a worker. I had numerous altercations that didn't really lead to fistfights, but a lot of arguments with people that thought who the fuck they were, and I put them back in their fucking place. I won't be disrespected. That's one thing I won't stand for. You fucking disrespect me in any way or disrespect my kid or any of my family members, then you'll see the make-believe mobster turn into the real mobster, But I got the idea for the make-believe mobster because it's funny in a way. I might be all over the place a little bit tonight. I won't be too long, maybe 40 minutes. I'm a little, like I said, I've been stressed out the last week or so. I'm having a little bit of financial issues because these things are piling up all at once. Things are coming in, bills and stuff, and things that I neglected, that I didn't pay. Everything seems to be coming back to bite me in the ass and everything. So the last couple of weeks have been real fucking tough on me. So it gets a little aggravating, and I'm also dealing with my son. There's nothing more heartbreaking than a little boy who loses his mother, and he doesn't understand. He's 13 now, but he'll never understand, and he's been really kind of like down lately and upset about it. And he goes through periods of it. This particular week has been really bad. That's why I haven't been around. I've been helping him out. It's very, very, I say I'm a single dad. Listen, there's a million single parents out there. I'm not on here trying to, be a sob story here. You know what I mean? There's tons of, I'm not the only single parent, whether you're, a single mom or a single dad. There's billions of us out there, especially in the world today. Nobody stays married. I never got married, but more people are divorced now than they've ever been in any period of time in history. So I'm not saying I'm the only one, and I'm telling you a sob story, or he's the only child that lost a parent. You know what I mean? But it's just hard. Like, I try to talk to him about it, and the hard part about it is that it's hard to tell a 13-year-old boy that she had this major problem, that she didn't die of cancer or a heart attack or something very sad. She died when she easily could have got help, and I tried. I tried. Her family tried. She just was in denial. And that's the number one thing. They don't believe in their hearts of heart they got a problem when this girl. I don't like sharing pictures of her. I share pictures of her when she was pretty, but I could take a picture of her 10 years ago and take a picture of her 3 years ago. She aged like 30 years. I always use that analogy. The old Irish lady named Marge that was in the bingo hall smoking the Pall Malls. She looked like that. She was only in her early 40s. She looked like she was in her 60s. That's what alcohol and drugs do. She aged. You see it in her face. I'll never forget. I'm all over the place. I go from a fake believe mobster telling you how it all started to talking about her. But it's just that's why this week it's been very stressful on me and everything, so I haven't been around. I'm dropping a lot of videos. I dropped a lot today. I'm having fun with that. This is my therapy, to play these characters and get some laughs, and there's nothing wrong with laughing. Laughing's the best medicine. But my point is, when trial services got involved, which was very frustrating because I didn't grow up like that, you know what I mean? So when I had to deal with child services with his mother, the first time they came over to meet her, when the case first got open, there was the manager or the head boss or whatever, and then the caseworker who I'd met prior to that. She had come to my house because they got to check you out to make sure that you're not, you know, a drug addict or have a problem or anything. They came to my house. I live with my mom and my sister, and I'm disabled. You know what I mean? They was nothing against me. They were very nice to me and my mom and my sister. You know. And my mom is funny. She's like, watch where you talk to these people. They're dangerous. You hear horror stories about them. I really didn't have a, you know, I had a really, her name was Jessica, wherever you are, Jessica. Like, share, and subscribe to FGM Production. No, she was a sweetheart. She really was a very, very caring lady, you know. But when I had met her first, but when her boss had to come, and we went over to my son's mother's apartment, and there was a picture on the refrigerator of her, and she couldn't believe when she looked at the picture. She goes, "This is her? Oh my God." And I didn't even realize it. I'm like, yeah, you know. She goes, wow, she was very attractive, man. So she saw the decline from 10 years ago to 2 years ago. It'll be 2 years November 1st. This was in, when she was alive in 2021 when all this shit started. Well, actually, it started getting bad for her in 19. 19 is when she started really hitting it hard. 18, she wasn't that bad. But then 19, 20, and then 21, and then she died 22. But I couldn't believe how she looked. You know, I look at pictures of her, you know, and it's just very heartbreaking. It's just sad how it's very selfish, you know. Listen, I was no fucking angel. You know what I mean? I was a single bachelor. You know, I did a lot of bad shit. I did a lot of drugs. I did a lot of drinking, a lot of partying, a lot of fucking. I didn't do cocaine. I did everything else though. You name it, I fucking put it in my body. But once my son was born, and then the gambling was actually worse than everything. It was worse than all. You know, I never did a lot of drugs. I did a lot of drinking, but not really a lot of drugs. But the gambling, that was probably my worst addiction. That was bad. But you know, once my son was born, you know, I started, you know, you can't stop everything cold turkey, but I started cutting back on it a little bit. You know, each few months I started, you know, first go to work every day, you know, work hard. I always worked hard, but go to work every day, you know, go to work actually 5, 6, 7 days a week. Not, you know, work 5 days, take a day off because I was single. No, work every fucking day. Work the overtime, you know, don't turn it down now. So I started with that, baby steps, you know. Then I started weeding out, you know, friends and everything that were bad news to hang out with. I started weeding them away. And little by little, of course, all my surgeries, you know, and all that in between all this shit didn't help either. But I also learned who your friends are. When you go through traumatic events, you really see people's true colors. When you go through a traumatic event, you see who's there for you and who's not there for you. And then once you cipher that, they're out of your life. You know, you want to say in the mafia terms, they're whacked. Because you'd be surprised how people can be real scumbags. People close to you too that you grew up with. People are really fucked up. They really are. I was actually dating a girl at the time. I don't know if I ever shared this. I was dating a girl. I had met her in, I believe, April of 19. And we started off talking on the phone or texting and all that bullshit, FaceTiming or whatever. And then we went out a couple times. She lived in Wapager Falls, New York. So I don't even know where the fuck that was. I never went there. She came to me a few times. I never even went there. I don't even know where Wapager Falls, New York is. No idea. It's got to be way upstate New York. But, you know, we were seeing each other. Would I consider her a girlfriend? I guess I really wasn't going out with nobody else. And I met her in April. So I was dating her April, May, June, 3 months. And then July, I had the major neck attack where I was paralyzed. So what happened was I broke my phone in the gym. I think I shared that. So I couldn't get in touch with her. She was trying to reach me, wondering what the hell, like she thought that I didn't like her anymore, but I couldn't get in touch with her. Then I had emergency surgery. You know, I'm in the hospital and I am thinking about her going, damn, you know, so I actually used my mom's phone. I had an iPad, but the iPad couldn't make calls with it, and it wasn't texting because she didn't have. If she would have had an iPhone, that's why I only like to date girls that have iPhones because it's just annoying. If she had an iPhone, I could have communicated with her through my iPad at least, but she didn't. An iPad can't communicate with a Galaxy or whatever. It's annoying. So what happened was I actually used my mom's phone to contact her and told her what happened, and she felt bad. She's like, "Oh, I didn't know you were in that kind of condition. You didn't, you're in great shape. I would never have thought that." But I said I wasn't honest with you. I've been in a lot of pain, severe pain, and everything. I do got a lot of problems and everything. And then once I kind of, her attitude kind of changed, kind of like the way she was talking to me, like, I don't know if I want to deal with this fucking guy. And I don't blame her. It was only 3 months, but still, at least you know how people are. But what pissed me off was she tells me she's gonna come and visit me. I was in the hospital for 40 days, so I told her, I'm learning to walk again and everything. And she was giving me nice, sending me quotes, inspirational quotes and shit. When I finally got the new phone, my mom got me a phone and brought it in, went to the store, got me the phones, and everything. I had to change my number. So I had a phone. She did it for me. I was in the hospital. So we were talking again, and she tells me she's going to come down to see me. Now, I know that's a long ride, Wapager Falls, New York to Red Bank, New Jersey. But the thing was, she did come, we did date a few times. She came to my place. We went to dinner a few times and everything. So she tells me she's going to come down, I think it was a Saturday. I believe she was going to come on a Saturday. Now, was very excited about it. I told all the nurses, I told the doctors, can I get a day off that she comes here and I could spend time with her for the day. We could watch TV, we can go in the courtyard and everything. I don't got to do no work or classes and all occupational shit. Can I get a day off? And it takes a lot to get a day off. You really need a good visitor. And I worked hard and everything. And at that point, I was walking with the walker and everything. I was, improving. It was probably I was 20 days in. So I was walking with the walker. Really didn't have use of my hands too good. The whole shit. That's where the occupational therapy comes in. And I have the thing I use to strengthen my hands. The hand grip thing it's in here. I do that all the time because there'll be times where my hands are locked and I can't move my hands. And I got to go like this. So I got to constantly do that thing or take a ball. I have to keep up with that. Otherwise, I'll get stiff and my hands will be paralyzed. I got to keep the blood flowing. So I cleared it with the doctors and everything. And lo and behold, she said she was coming, 12, 1 o'clock. I said, no rush because you're coming far. So I remember the nurse is like, oh, I'm so happy for you. You're getting to visit her. Your girlfriend's coming. I can't wait to meet her and everything. So to get that clearance took a lot, Even the doctor was like, I really don't like this. This should be more important. I'm like, doc. I'm not going to fuck her. I want a little fucking companionship. I'm here fucking 20 days now. I would love a cigarette, doc. Can I go have a cigarette in the courtyard? Hey, what are you kidding me? So I should have quit smoking because I didn't smoke for 40 days. The minute I came out, I'm all over the place again. I went right and fucking bought a pack of cigarettes, but whatever. So, I'm all excited for her to come, 12 o'clock comes, 1 o'clock comes, 2 o'clock comes, and I'm in the room now, and the nurse comes in. She's like, is she coming or what? And I'm like, I don't know. And I started getting really upset, and then she started telling me, the nurse, because nurses are great, they give you a lot of good advice. She's like, something, Frankie, she doesn't come here. You got to really reevaluate that relationship. And I said, I know. And I really liked her, I get like a simp sometimes because I am lonely, and I would do anything to meet my soulmate or meet somebody. I am lonely. What I mean? That's another thing. I get times where I'm very lonely. I don't really miss. We all love sex, but I miss going to the movies with a girl, going to dinner with a girl. Watching TV, cuddling. Watching football, just, the companionship that I miss. The fucking, we all want to fuck, but that's 1/5 of it, you know what I mean? I can fuck anybody. Girls love me. That's all I do. I don't meet nobody. They just want to fuck me for my sexiness. Can you blame them? I'm fucking around. But I miss the companionship, you know, and everything. So, that's what I really wish I can get one day, So all of a sudden, it's getting later, and she's not coming, And I didn't even like text her to see where you are. So I said, "Fuck it." She knows she was coming. I'm not gonna be a simp and say, "Where are you?" So about 4:30 in the afternoon, two nurses come in, and I go to tell them, like, "You know what? Is it okay if I do physical therapy? Or is it too late now?" "Nah, just take the day off. She's not coming, right?" So I said, "No, right." So they leave the room, right? And I remember like just staring at the TV thing, and you can't make this shit up. Like I'm watching it. It was on the I don't know what are the fucking cable channels, and it was actually a good movie. I'm not a fan of the guy in FBS. He hates that guy. The guy with the big fucking nose that was in Sopranos. What the fuck? Everybody makes fun of him. He's Angel Gotti's friends with him. The little fucking gremlin guy. Forgot his fucking name. Anyway, the movie The Wannabe or something. Or The Wannabes, I think. It was actually a pretty good movie for a mom movie. But you can't make this shit up. I'm sitting there watching the movie, and then the main character's girlfriend, or the main girl in the movie, because I think he's trying to get out of the life, and she's like, she wants to save him. Her name was Tammy, and that was the girl I was seeing. And I'm sitting there going, how the fuck, out of all the movies that I could have put on right now, this fucking movie, The Wannabes, or The Wannabe, whatever what the fuck's his name with the fucking nose? FBS always fucking talks about him all the time back in the day. The fuck is his name? He's in that new thing, the fucking Gravesend. I don't remember his name. But anyway, I did like that movie. Of all the fucking names, it's got to be Tammy. So I hear Tammy. So I remember sitting back, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me, Tammy? It could have been fucking Julie, Cindy, fucking any name, Tammy. And the girl's name is Tammy. You can't make this shit up. So what happened was, after I shut it off, I got fucking frustrated. So then I put my headphones on, and I was listening to music. And then I start putting on fucking sad music. Every time I get like that, I put on like fucking love songs. I got to screw loose. I start listening to the love songs and shit. So one love song came on. I forget what it was. I started fucking crying. I couldn't stop crying. I mean, a lot of it's being in there, being lonely, going through a fucking traumatic event, and I fucking lost it. Probably the medication too. I fucking lost it. I fucking hyperventilate. I'm crying, right? Do you know the fucking nurse comes and sees me, hyperventilating? She's like, "What the fuck's the matter? You all right?" I was like, "Would you believe I'm watching this fucking movie, and the girl character's the name was the girl that's supposed to come here. You can't make that up." She started laughing. She's like, "You're really taking this hard." I said, "I'm just fucking losing it." She's like, "Let me cheer you up, right?" No, don't think like that. Come on, you've all got a fucking sick mind. She brings in two other nurses. They bring in pizza, right? They bring in sodas. They sit down, and we're watching fucking TV. We're eating pizza, and they're cheering me up. I'm like, are you fucking hero nurses or what, man? You know what I mean? They took my mind off it. They said nice things to me and everything. And you never forget shit like that, It just, I'll never forget that, how they saw me like that, and they cheered me up and everything. And this is their own time. I think they were off, or they were going out or something. One time they came in to bring me pizza. The first time I missed pizza. That was cute. They were all dialed up and shit. This was just like one meeting their other friend, and then, I think they all hang out together, after they work or whatever, they hang out. So they would cheer me up, and I was making them laugh and telling them funny stories and everything and stuff. And we had a good night, and they kind of put a sad situation that she didn't show up. But my point is that, obviously, I never spoke to her again. I did see her on Facebook with some other guy. I have to go stalk Facebook right back in the day. But it's just funny how people, people that you see their true colors come out and everything, and it's just fucking, it's a fucking joke, man. See, I would never do something like that, There's givers and there's takers in this world. My mother always said that. I'm a giver, right? And I always get taken advantage of by takers. There's givers and there's takers. Remember that, subscribers. And I'm a giver, big time giver, and it never comes back. My mother says you never get it back. I always says what comes around goes around. My mother's old school. It never fucking comes around. You go out and buy a round of beers in the bar, it never fucking works out. Well, anyway, subscribers, what else can I talk about? I'll do like a half hour. I wanted to, the make-believe mobster stuff. Yeah, it's funny how my whole life, people always thought I was a mob guy. Just I guess the way I went, the way I talked, and I had a pretty good fucking act, and I did enjoy like going to bars and, whatever, how it got brought up, people just assumed I was a fucking gangster. And the funny thing is I might as well just share like work stories that, especially the Jacob Javits Center. I'll share a couple of them. The Jacob Javits Center, right? Local 3 and all the trades that are union, they can only handle all the equipment coming in, going out, and all the installation. Nobody could be in that building from any other state. All the roadies that come into that arena, whether it's the car show, the electronic show, the fashion show, the makeup show, the what's that big one with all the superheroes, the Comic-Cons, all that kind of shit. All those roadies in their states are allowed to set that up, but not in New York City. That is 100% union. So that's when I used to have a good time, because these roadies would come in, and a lot of them was like, different states, or some in North Carolina, some in Mississippi, Boston, Alabama. They come from all over the fucking world, these roadies. They literally live on the road and do all this shit. So, especially the people like Alabama and shit, they're really fucking, they believe every fucking thing. They're naive, man. So fucking, one day I'm working alongside, it was the car show, and I'm working with an Alabama guy, right? He was funny, right? He's like, I don't want to touch nothing. I can't do I don't want to touch nothing. It's like, because you guys here, I don't want to be in a body bag. I don't want to get one on the head. I don't want to be thrown in the freaking Hudson River. I ain't touching shit. I was like, listen, calm down. You watch too many fucking movies. Yes, I am connected. Yes, and if you disrespect me, you will end up in the Hudson River. That's what I mean. I don't want to fuck, but calm down. I'm not going to hurt you. You want to go over there and get a couple of cords, go ahead. Just don't let nobody else see you. I'm a nice guy. Somebody else sees you, you might want to. Just forget about it. You go get the cords. Fucking, I used to fuck with them all the time, man. It was so fucking funny, right? They watched too many fucking movies, man. They really thought fucking... Now, back in the day, the Westies ran that when I first started in the early, mid 80s, late 80s. That was all fucking Westies. I see Mickey Featherstone there. I seen him there all the time in the late 80s. He'd be in there doing shit. I seen him. I drank in a bar with him. You know what I mean? It's funny. Somebody, I never mentioned that. I drank with Mickey Featherstone in a bar. You would never think Mickey Featherstone is... He looks like a fucking... It's funny that cop, Joe Coffey or whatever. Mickey Featherstone was a little fucking guy. Real fucking, like, slow speaking, quiet. You would never know he's a fucking murderer or a psychopath. He didn't act like that at all. In fact, I'll tell you a funny story. I was getting loud in the bar, fucking around, screaming, yelling, and everything. He simply told me, this is the God's honest truth. He just tells me, he goes like this to me. He goes, "Can you do me a favor? You're giving me a fucking headache. And when I get a headache, I get aggravated. And I don't have any aspirin. So can you just fucking tone it down a little bit? At least, please?" This is Mickey Featherstone. I know who he is. I'm like, I didn't say, yeah, no problem, Mick. I'm like, yeah, I got you. I'm sorry, bro. Yeah, I get a little loud. Yeah, I see that. I got a headache. That's all he said to me. He didn't get up and shoot me like he shot the fucking Willis guy or whatever. You would never think. That's a real street guy. You would never think. They're very polite. Now, if I kept getting loud and not listening to him or disrespecting him, he probably would have killed me. You know what I mean? So a real street guy, you would never fucking know. The true story, Mickey Featherstone, like in 19 fucking, I don't know, fucking mid 80s or whatever, late 80s, I don't know. Jacob Javits Center, doing the car show. Right? So a lot of those fucking guys are very, very, very fucking like naive. So they all think you're fucking mobsters. Plus, I've been in bars where I do the act and everything. The way I smoke my cigarette. People do. I had a guy come up to me one time. He's like, and no one's gonna say shit like that. He's like, yeah, you know people, right? And I'm like this. No who? What are you talking about? The fuck? No who? Santa Claus? What are you talking about? Fucking idiot. Trying to that's on a mob guy. He thinks I'm a mob guy trying to be a mob guy saying I know people. No mob guy's ever gonna fucking do that. You would never know they're a mob guy. I worked alongside fucking tons of mob guys in construction. That's their day job. At night they're fucking going collecting money and killing people. They don't fucking say, oh, you look like you know somebody. Fucking idiots. But it's funny how, people think you're a mobster. It's so fucking stupid. And the whole make-believe mobster fucking thing is a great idea because all these fools that came onto MobTube making believe they were mobsters. So now I will be the make-believe mobster. I will do skits. I will fucking do funny shit. I'll get elaborate. I'll get more friends involved. It's gonna be fucking hysterical. I'll do fucking half-hour ones. I got fucking money. I got everything. My boy today, that was hysterical. We're gonna get better. He goes to me and now my toenails are painted. It's a long fucking story. He's like, the sound was a little fucking low. And who the fuck has fucking painted toenails? That ain't gonna happen in the mafia. I should have put shoes on. It was the first one we did. We'll get better as we go along, Bear. You know what I mean? He's not in the mafia. He's just a fucking working guy like me. Plus he kept staring at the camera too much, looking into the camera. You gotta be more natural. I was sitting back natural. He's like this, looking in the fucking camera. But we'll get better as we go on. I got him like other people. I'm going to dinner next Saturday night. That's gonna be a funny one. That's gonna be a real good one. So I'm all different characters. The make-believe mobster guy, the fucking sexy flexy character. Now I can't wait for Halloween because I'm gonna do a great Joker. I'm gonna go on all the shows. I know I haven't been around in the chats and stuff, but I hope I still got all the love and support from everybody. I do. You know what I mean? I'm a single dad. I'm busy. Especially this is the last football season. So the last video is Sunday. And it's going to be over 2 hours. It's going to be very sentimental. I'm going to go back through the years, put all the highlights. It's amazing how the kids, when they're 10 years old to 13, the difference in how they look. So I'm going to go back to the very first practice 4 years ago. When MobTube started, my son started. You can't make it up. So I'm going to go back to the very first practice. I'm going to try to find all the clips of all the kids and make it an unbelievable 2.5 hour final episode, end of an era. And everything. And if you guys ever see, I'll probably put my football games public soon, and you'll see how I do the play-by-play of the football games. I'm very funny, and I enjoy that for the kids and everything. Well, anyway, that's a half hour. This is the real FGF Productions, who I really am as a person. I want to be from the heart. I want to make people laugh. I want to inspire people. I want to tell stories. I'm almost at 400 subscribers, and I said once I get to 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to go live, get everybody in the chats. My boys are going to be in there and everything. I'm going to have Miss Can't Be Wrong, of course, be a head monitor. Butterfly Kisses, sweetheart, you'll be a monitor, and of course, all the main guys. Hope you all join me, and they'll be monitors, and we'll have an open chat. And I'm going to give away a $200 gift card. If I can get 1,000 subscribers by Christmas time, that would be fucking great. Even if I get close to it, I'll go live. Fuck it, doesn't got to be 1,000. If I get like 600, I'm almost at 400, maybe 500, I'll do it. You know what I mean? And I think when I give away the gift card and do that, I'll probably get more subscribers. So if you can share my channel with your friends and family, it would be much appreciated. You know what I mean? I wouldn't mind a donation or whatever, but that's up to you. I won't ask for it. You know what I mean? It's in there. Why not? But if you did, that would be, me and my son would really appreciate it. If not, don't even sweat it and everything. And if you do donate to me, I would donate to other people that have helped me through this, to get me started and everything. So anybody, all the best and God bless. Have a great rest of the evening. It's late now. It's about 10:30 when I made this video. By the time it uploads, it'll be 4 o'clock in the fucking morning. But everybody, have a great night. Thank you for all the love and support. It's all from the heart. From my son to from my family to your family, all the best and God bless. I am FGF Productions. Thanks for watching. And I wish everybody all the best and all the love and happiness life can bring each and every one of you. God bless everybody. FGF Productions. Bye-bye now.
The smile